Hey love bugs, welcome to my channel. Let's discuss with author L.A. Logan. On today, we're just doing a quick little vlog. I have a hair appointment and I thought I would take you along with me and just do a little check-in to see what you got going on and see if there's anything we need to discuss real quick. So, are you ready to get into it? I know I am. Let's discuss. Okay guys, the sun is not doing us any justice right now, and I apologize, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it. I did want to get on real quick to see how you guys are doing. Still a lot going on in the news. Still doing recounts. I think I read somewhere, or might have seen it on the news, that Lindsey tried to get some votes thrown out, requested that his Republican, not counterpart, but the person, I can't think of his name right now, but the person that's in charge of the vote, counting the votes and making sure everything is done correctly, that he reached out to that person and asked them, could they throw out some votes or something to that effect. I probably should have been a little more informed to speak on that, but I'm not, because again, I'm trying to stay sane during all this, and it's just a lot. And the idea of the cheating, well, not the cheating per se, but they're alleging that the Democrats cheated to win the nomination. But if they did cheat, why are you requesting that legal votes be thrown out? I'm just confused by the whole thing. Again, I didn't do a deep dive into it because, again, I'm trying to keep my mental health together as it pertains to dealing with the negativity that is surrounded by this and just how deeply the country is divided. It's just mind-blowing to me. You know, if you feel like the election was stolen from you, then let the process take its place, and that them doing the recount and them double checking everything. Don't try to slide in on the low and ask that some legal votes be thrown out. That's just wrong on many levels. But anyway, we've made it to the hair store. That's where my first stop is, and we're gonna run in here and grab some hair, because I need some hair. And also I'm gonna look to see if they have this tea leaf oil that I need, because Amazon did not do your girl right. If you didn't watch the Amazon vlog on how they did me and that I had to do a reorder, the reorder didn't even go right, guys. So we'll talk about that when we come out the hair store. So let's get our mask on and let's go. Okay, guys. So I've gotten what I needed from the hair store. I had to stop by the ATM to get some cash. I've got to pay my lawn guy. But yes, my experience with Amazon was not good. Again, you need to go back and watch the previous video where I talked about my experience with Amazon Prime. So my item was arrived damaged. I told them that they could ship me another item and that I would send that one back. Well, I got a response saying that my request, or that it was, it didn't make any sense to me. That's probably why I'm, okay, the light is green. Oh, Jesus. You all. We always gotta have road rage. Why? The light literally was green and they came to a complete stop. Like the light was red. I don't know what they were looking at, if they were on their phone. I don't know what they were doing, but it wasn't me. Wasn't me this time. So anyway, I got a message back from Amazon that said we're sorry, the item is undeliverable. And I'm like, what? You delivered it to my house before and you can't find my house now? Like, it didn't make any sense to me. So when I went out, I clicked the button to drill down to get more details. All it said was the item was undeliverable and I should receive a refund in the next 24 to 48 hours. Didn't give me any reason why, like it was out of stock or anything like that. They just told me it was undeliverable. And I didn't even drill down to see if there was a phone number to call to get more details. I didn't even do any of that. I just figured I had to go to the hair store anyway, so I would look to see if they had it at the hair store. Well, of course, the hair store that I went to, they did not have it. So I'm going to maybe check another hair store. And I think somebody told me that they have it at Walmart. But I really kind of wanted to have it with me when I went to get my hair done so that I could have her put it on my scalp as soon as she, braided me up. So anyway, guys, that's what happened with Amazon Prime. Come on. And I'm sorry, this light is horrible. But yeah, that's what happened. Now I'm on my way to my hair appointment, and I wanted to jump on and just kind of talk to you guys, chit chat for a little bit, and bring you along with me. I have not ate anything today. I've had a little bit of water and that's it. It has been like super busy today with work. I barely tore away from work to keep my hair appointment, which means I'm going to have to work late tomorrow, or when I get back I may need to log on and work for a couple hours. I worked a couple hours. I worked over last night as well, but it's just the season that we're in with the type of work that I do. So how are you guys doing, and what are your thoughts on what Lindsey Graham is trying to do? Now back to him. He did deny that he did that. He said he just asked a question. He wasn't trying to intimidate the man or make the man change the vote count in Donald Trump's favor. But I find that hard to believe, because why would you even ask him, can't you not count the votes, or whatever it was that he asked? If I wasn't driving, I'd pull it up so we could talk about it in more detail. But I just think it's just strange to me that the Democrats are being accused of cheating, but the Republicans are trying to discredit the votes that are legal. And I think I read somewhere that they're really targeting African American votes. So are you trying to say that African Americans are cheaters? I'm just trying to figure out what that is. If you're going to want a recount, then recount all the votes in all of the districts in the state. Don't just target a certain area. That's just crazy to me. But world that we live in. You know, we talked about this several vlogs ago, several discussions ago, that it's just another form of voter suppression. It still goes on today. It's just done in different ways. And, you know, I'll say it over and over again. We've got to get out and vote in our primary elections, because that is who really controls what the president of the United States can and cannot do. You know, the House is still going to be retained by the Democrats from what I last saw, and the Senate is going to be retained by the Republicans, again, from what I last saw. So what that means is we're going to have another 4 years of nothing getting done, another 4 years of nothing. You know, it's just ridiculous, you know, that we're in the space that we are in as a country, and it just doesn't look like it's going to get any better. You know, I mean, I hope that we can come together and just not have so much division, because it's just really bad right now. Like, people are scared to even speak to each other, you know, in public settings, and it don't have nothing to do with the coronavirus. It's all in the state the country's in. It's kind of like, is it okay for me to speak to you? Are you gonna have a problem with me, you know, speaking to you? It's just crazy, guys. So anyway, that's all I wanted to get on and kind of talk about. Wanted to take you along with me to get my hair done, spend a little bit of time with you guys, and that's pretty much it. Trying to think something else that was in the news. So I read today that Bobby Brown's son died, Bobby Brown Jr., and he was only 28 years old. He was found dead at his home, and that is just heartbreaking. Like, I can't even imagine what Bobby Brown is experiencing right now. You know, he's already lost one child tragically, and now to lose another one, you know, that's just hard. They don't suspect any foul play or anything, so that's good in that it's not that somebody done something to him, but it nonetheless is just hard, and we want to keep him in our thoughts and prayers, because I can't imagine losing one of my kids. I just can't. I mean, I know people who have and they've survived it, and they appear to, you know, they go on with life, but I don't know. I just pray that that's not something that God has in my journey, because I just can't even imagine dealing with that. So that was in the news. What else has been in the news that I can't think of anything else that I have read or come across. It is kind of odd for me to watch Jeopardy now that Alex Trebek is gone. I think it is amazing, though, that he was able to film episodes to last throughout the year. That says a lot about his fight, and, you know, how dedicated he was to his job. And I mention him because I believe that today is National Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Day, if I'm not mistaken. I've got on purple. Purple is that color. I hope I don't have that wrong, but I almost am positive that's correct. So, yeah, it's still kind of hard to believe that he's gone. Same thing with Chadwick Boseman. You know, we talked about him when he first passed away. Still hard to believe. They're going to be making a Black Panther 2, and there was some discussion about just putting a hologram of him in, but I think I read that they're not going to do that. That they're going to, oh, this light is horrible. Guys, I'm so sorry. I just happened to look over. Man, I can't do anything about it. But, yeah, Chadwick, they're not going to do a hologram. They're going to, I don't know what they're going to do, but they're not going to do a hologram with him in it. So, let's see, what else is in the news that I have read about? The pandemic cases are increasing across the United States. I know where I live, we're averaging 1,200 cases a day. And that's been for the past several days. And that is crazy. We have got to do better with our social distancing. And it's only going to, I think, get worse with Thanksgiving, because people are going to want to spend time with their families. And I get it. People are over the pandemic. They're tired. They've been sheltering in place since March, April. And they're tired. And they want some relief. And I completely get it that, you want to get out and you want to see people. But man, this pandemic is not anything to play with or to take lightly. You've just got to push through it. You've got to realize that the best thing to do is to just practice social distancing. So if you are going to get together with your family, make sure if you can, and it's going to be fairly nice. I think it's going to be in the 60s, at least where I live at, it is. Maybe have your dinner outside, sit outside and eat on a patio where there's, lots of fresh air, or check into getting an air filter for in your house to kind of help with circulating the air and cleaning the air. But yeah, it's just, we've got to get a better handle on the pandemic and how we deal with it. And, I think that if we just would wear our mask, wash our hands, and practice social distancing, we could really get through this, at least until the vaccine is ready. Again, I'm not quite sure that I'm going to be the first person in line for it, but the idea of it being there and being available, is a good thing. That means there is some hope. There is a breakthrough. So, yeah. So guys, I'm going to stop right here because the light is horrible. And I'll come back when we get to the